Before I start this video, check out a photographer called Paul C. Smith over in New Zealand. He's got a fantastic YouTube channel all about film photography, and I'll put the link to his YouTube channel in the description below. Also, I just want to say thanks very much to all the subscribers, the people that engage in the videos and the stuff that I'm making on my channel. I really do appreciate it. I've hit nearly 4,000 subscribers, and thanks very much, guys. I really do appreciate it, like I said. Let's get in the darkroom and get on with this video. If you like this video, please hit the subscribe button and the bell so you don't miss the next one. Welcome back to my darkroom. I've been working on a print for the last couple of days, and to be honest with you, it's been doing my head in, but I haven't let it beat me. I've just been working on it slowly and trying to figure out times and how to, get the best out of this photograph that I can, or that I know, and the intention is to get this one framed and put on my wall. Now, this is a test, if you like, 16 by 12 of the print I'm trying to make. It's of some American muscle car. Please forgive me, I can't remember the name of it, but I just liked it because of all the lines, the circles, the shapes within the image. Just really sort of got my attention, if you like. And being at a car show, everything was fine apart from the grass. If I could have had a little tiny curb or something, or a bit of roadside, would have been quite nice, but it's only very minor, but I still like the print nevertheless. So you can see by writing down all these dodging and burning times I have been on the print, the only way I know how, that it's been a little bit tricky. Now this area was really, it was a bright day, and the sun was beating down on this area of the panel, and obviously I've got this dark area as well. I've got the white wall of the tyre, and I've got the hub. It's just a little bit tricky, but starting to get there. So I thought I'd put this out on video for you guys if anyone's interested in darkroom printing or dodging and burning in particular. And I suppose what I'm saying is not giving up on certain prints. Just take a little bit of time and work on it, and it might not be amazing, this one at the end, but at least I've tried my hardest, and then when I stick it up on the wall I can be proud of what I've done. So I'm not in the final stages of making the print. Hopefully I am on this video. I've already done 3 test prints and they've come out naff. But I'm hopefully gonna make my next one a little bit better and learn a bit more about what I'm doing. So I'll try and talk you through this as best as I can, and what I've been up against. So basically, this is the image here. This is a photograph here, and it was a sunny day. As you can see, the bright sunspot sparkling here on a piece of chrome, and this area was, this is a white roof against a light. I think it might have been a green or something coloured car. I can't remember now. So the problems I had was this part was really overexposed. I needed to try and make sure that I got a piece of the tyre in as well, and also the white wall of the tyre and the hub. The under part of it I don't mind. I don't really want to see any of the crap underneath the car, as long as I can see a bit of the tyre, and obviously the hub as well. And the grass, I've had the grass as well, which is completely, you can see is really blown out. So I started off by doing all sorts of different test strips, working on this area first, and I evaluated that my enlarger with my settings, which was f5.6 on the lens, this was going to be 2 minutes of exposure, just this area here, so I could kill the sky a little bit and bring some detail in here. Still, the roof is white, the sun's blazing on it, it's nearly as white as the paper. I could go pre-flashing, but I don't want to go down that road. I just want to try and get this right here, and then This part I evaluated again, did different tests for, and I evaluated this at 40 seconds. And then I had to do tests for the tyre, which came out at 15 seconds, which gave me a little bit of highlight on the tyre and the white wall. And then the hub as well, which was the same as this area, which was 40 seconds. And then after that, burning the bottom in. So it was quite a bit of a tricky print to do. And you can see up here, these are the test strips that I've been playing with. This was the top part of the image, and again top part of the image where I've just started to get it right for myself. This was another test strip on the middle part of the image, and you can see an overall test strip looking at the hub. This is another test strip on the hub and the wheel, and another one. So, you know, a bit of paper wasted, but as long as I can get this right down the settings, then I'm going to be okay. This is the first main print that I did, just so I can start working out where I need to dodge and burn, and this was the second one I come up with. I'll just put this on here for you to see. And this is where I started using my time. So I've got the white wall tyre in now, I've got the hub, I've got everything going on, even started to burn the area of the grass in, but I still wasn't happy with it. I wanted to try and get this a little bit darker and a bit more tonality into it, if you like. So that's what I'm going to try and do in a minute. And the tools I was using this to disguise this area on the enlarger. I'll show you this in a second when I start making a print, but I was using this oval looking dodge tool, if you like, and just to stop this area getting burned. And then I was using obviously just the normal burn cards here for the top part and the bottom part, and then I started to use this little bit just to burn this area in here on the enlarger. So and at all different times as well, and this little tiny hole just to burn in the hub. So you can see it's a little bit of a tricky print to work on, and I'll show you another one. This is what happened when my mobile phone went off in my darkroom for someone to phone me up and tell me that Leicester was ahead of Arsenal. Killed the paper during development. I had this in the developer at the time, and my phone went off in the darkroom, a light went on, and that's what happened. Put your phone somewhere else in your pocket or in a little box, but looks right actually. But anyway, this is the paper I'm using, which is Kentmere. I like this paper. I've been using this for a while now and quite happy with the results. So this is the paper I'm using. So let's get on, hopefully try and get this print. I'm not going to waste too much more time on it because I think I'm nearly there, and if it works out I'm going to get it framed and put it up indoors somewhere. Okay, so hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing. I have to keep the red light away from this one because I can't see my dodging and burning too much with it shining on there. So let's just bring the aperture down, 5.6. Get the paper out. Stick the paper under my template and just cut the excess off. I use that for a test strip another time. And then just weight the template down with these so no light seeps underneath. So the first bit I want to do is an overall projection of 15 seconds, and that's as long as I need the tyre. I don't want the tyre to be over 15 seconds, so I'm just going to do an overall exposure now, 15 seconds, and that's focusing on the tyre. So that's my first 15 seconds, and then I start dropping the times off around the print. So the next part is I wanted the middle area. Remember I said the middle area wanted to be 40 seconds. So 40 minus 15 is 25. So I'm going to do another one at 25. But this time I'm going to have to make sure I cover the tyre area using my dodge tool. So we said 25. Okay, just start covering that tyre. I'm not fussed about the wheel arch itself, it's just the tyre I don't want to get hit with the light. So the whole image has had 40 seconds so far, apart from the tyre which only had 15 seconds. I now need to work on the top part of the image, which my test showed I want 2 minutes on that. So that's 120 seconds minus the 40 it's already had is 80 seconds. That's 1 minute 20 seconds that I need to burn the top part of the image for. So let's dial that in. I'll do the 1 minute first, and I'll just gradually hover and let it all burn in the top part. Okay, so now the overall image has had well, two minutes. This is 2 minutes. It's given 40 seconds here, 15 seconds on the tyre. So now I need to use this little tool here, if you can see that, and that's going to hopefully burn in the highlighted area on the car. So I'm going to burn that in for a minute. I'm just going to give that an extra minute. This is a bit tricky, this bit, but hopefully I can get there. There it is. If you can see the area where I'm burning, I'm just wafting in and out again, just trying to get a bit more detail underneath the car's roof. Okay, now for the bottom part down here, which is the grass area, I'm going to do that for another minute, and just the bottom of the tyre as well. I don't know if my arm's in the way here, guys, but I can't odds that. Just the bottom of the tyre. Notice that was a bit too light. I'm trying not to make the white wall of the tyre go dark. There you go. And then the last part is this little hole, a burn tool here, so I can burn the wheel arching, which is 40 seconds. It's already had 15, so it just needs another 25 to get where that needs to be. So it's 25 seconds on the wheel hub. There it is. You can see that. I'm just circling it around the wheel hub. Okay. And I've just got a hunch. I'm going to just do a little tiny bit more burning on this side, just a little bit, just for 25 seconds again. You can see me working that round just above the wheel arch. Just want to try and work on that wheel arch a little bit at the top. And the last part is to make my border, the black border. So I'm going to put this template back inside and weight it down, and then project white light onto it from the enlarger, and that'll give me a little black border around the print, which will finish it off. Hit it with white light. That'll do. That's given us a black border. Take all these off, put it in the developer, and hopefully we've got something. In it goes into the developer with freshly mixed. And I think I've got the result I was looking for at last. Looks like the white wall tyres just had a little bit of overexposure, but it's not going to bother me. I'm happy with the rest of it, really happy. Okay, I'm going to get this stopped, fixed, and put it out on the wall, and I'll show you when it's drying. So it's still wet, it's hanging out to dry. I don't know if you guys can see this. I'm happy with it, but I've just got a little tiny black mark here and a little tiny speck of white dust here. Now that I could probably spot away. I've never actually done any spotting before, and also I've seemed to have lost the tyre, the highlight in the tyre. So this is going to have to be another reprint, but I don't mind because I need to sort that little black bit out. But let's do another reprint and show you the result at the end of that one. And there you go, that's my final print. This one came out, I did do a lot more burning on this side, but that wasn't the cut. The car was a light colour, so I've overburned it, and you can see that in the hood here where there's loads of grain and it's just gone a little bit muddy. You know, and it takes your eye away from the lines, which is what I liked about the image in the first place. So this is my final print. I've got the tyre detail in now and the hub detail. I've got the lines going on. I've blended this area in from the original print, and got my border in as well. We've got the grass under control now because that was really blown out, and with the sun coming through. So that is my last print. I'm really happy with it. The only thing I couldn't get, I managed to get that little white spot away just by cleaning the negative, but that little black mark, it's on the neg, but I don't think it's embedded into the negative itself. I think that's something that was on the car at the time. That's not an excuse, but that's what I'm now thinking, because all my test strips, I didn't think so, but all my test strips show this little black mark. As I say, it's on the neg. I can't see it's a little tiny dust spot sticking on the emulsion, because I've looked under a strong magnifying glass. But anyway, it's not going to bother me. That's going to go in a frame and on my wall. So that was quite a mission. There's the finished print next to me, already framed, and I've got to find space somewhere in the home for that one to go, but I quite like it, and that's why I've framed it up. Now it's taken me, it took me all night last night and also into today to try and get this print working for me, and it's a photograph that I took probably a couple of years ago using this Pentax, oh nearly knocked the frame, using this Pentax Spotmatic F and a 50mm lens. Fantastic little camera, and I was using Ilford FP4 as well to get this shot. You can see here, these are all the little test strips that I did, trying to get to where I needed to go. Boom, boom, boom. There's quite a few here. I showed you these in the darkroom, but that was the first print that I made, and then I could establish all my timings around the print to work on. That was the second print, nearly knocked it over again, epoxy thing. Right, that was the second print that I made. It was just a bit too light over this side. I wasn't happy with it, so I decided to go for another print. I ended up going too dark. That wasn't the original colour of the car, so I didn't want to. Although it looks nice dark, I didn't want to stay with that because I knew it wasn't right for the car. So I ended up with this one here, which I'm happy with, and that's why I framed it. In total, I probably spent about 3 or 4 hours in the darkroom trying to get this print right, and that's not really a long time. You know, and it's still, I like it, but it's not perfect. But then, you know, my photography isn't perfect either, so I'm happy with the results that I've got and the knowledge that I've got to be able to get that print behind a frame, stick it on the wall and say, I've done that, and that's what I'm happy with. I had a good time in the darkroom making it, as I always do. So anyway guys, I hope you liked the video. Please like, subscribe, share and all that stuff, and just want to say thank you to all my subscribers and also my patrons as well for supporting my channel. I really do appreciate it, and I'll catch you next time. If you like this video, please hit the subscribe button and the bell so you don't miss the next one.